Likewise, man. Actually, we do have Nine coming back in. He hasn't been summoned by the work gods, so he's going to be hopping back in for the grand finals. Nonetheless, it has been a pleasure.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. So you guys will, if you want to follow me on Twitter or whatever, I'm at im_FLC. Same thing on Twitch, and I'm also occasionally blogging over at flc.imperius.inc, so if you want to catch up on some of the more advanced stuff in the Splatoon meta and all that, that's where you can find my various ramblings. So, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys, and I will be chilling in stream chat, and hopefully, I'm looking to I don't really care who wins, I just want to see some sick Splatoon.
All right, man. I will see you in the stream chat. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a pleasure.
Later.
All right, guys. If you don't mind me buying into myself a little bit, I reached out to InkTV Splat because I was really interested in commentating Splatoon 2 match. For those of you guys who don't know, I do try to provide commentary for the games I enjoy. Super Smash Brothers, Pokken Tournament, and I want to try and dabble in Splatoon 2 as well. And not even dabble, really try to get into this. And this is my very first Splatoon 2 tournament I have competitively casted. It has been an amazing experience seeing these players go in. I've been learning some new tricks. I have been seeing some things go in, but I'm always willing to get some criticism to improve even further. So if you guys did enjoy my commentary, let me know, please, because I feel like the positive majority doesn't really speak as much as the silent majority doesn't really speak as often as the negative majority or minority. You know what I'm trying to say. But if you guys really do enjoy my commentary, please let me know. But at the same time, if there's any way you think I can improve on my commentary, please let me know. I am all ears. I am always open to constructive criticism, learning how to improve, things to practice on, things to maybe present myself and learn for the stream. So please, if you could, follow me on Twitter at PKSparks and tweet at me your thoughts on everything. Make sure you include the hashtag Splatoon2 and maybe tag InkTV Splat as well so they can know, maybe if they like me, I mean, if they see that you guys like me, they'll have me back for another tournament, because I'll be down. I'm having fun. But we're waiting for these teams to get lined up and ready to go. And can I just say, this has just been a blast. I am still reeling from that last match. But I'm from the loser semis match. I'm still reeling from that one. But we are going to press on, and hopefully Nine is here with me as well. Is Nine here yet?
Oh yeah, I was just letting you roll.
Yay! Hi, Don!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to me. Extermination. Let's talk about the run that they have made so far. I know FLC mentioned it, but this run is insane after getting sent there by Ethereal. They went through Takeover. They went through... Let me actually pull this up so I'm 100% correctly. They went through Takeover. They went through STDX. They went through Rising Moon, they went through Ethereal, they went through Synergy, they went through Kairos, and now they get their crack at Silver Sanction Saikai, who has been waiting in the wing for a while now. And I'm not trying to jinx anything when I say this, but sometimes when one team is making that big losers bracket run, getting hot, so hot, making all the plays, the highlights, Echo getting hot, Kagu getting hot, the other team's just kind of been sitting and waiting, and they can take down information. They can go, grab a burger, get some food, go to the bathroom, whatever they want. But one team has been playing and one team's been winning, and the other team has been sitting. So don't be surprised if Saikai takes a little minute to get up to speed. I don't expect a stomping either way, but it is something to take note of. And at Sturgeon Shipyard, we commentated this early. We know what a fast start can do here.
Oh yeah, we saw that. They took over the pit, and it was a complete shutdown earlier on Sturgeon Shipyard. So it can't happen again, but at the same time, I really don't expect any team to allow that to happen. It could. It's definitely an option, but I feel like there's like a 10% chance to really see that shutdown happens. We see Silver Sanction Saikai, who have been here before. They definitely have a great team composition, but at the same time, Extermination, their team comp is deadly. There's no other way to say it. The way they brought it, especially that last second swap from to the sloshing machine, from I believe it was from sloshing machine, and then of course Kagu. They have Kagu. All we gotta do is say, hey, so what advantages does Extermination have, Kagu?
Kagu.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
gotta have that star, but once you get up to this level, it seems like everyone's a star, right? We saw what
Oh
Echo
yeah,
can
without
do.
a doubt.
But Kagu, no, they're gonna absolutely any team that beats Extermination, they've got to do something to figure out Kagu. I thought last set, I really thought that Kairos had a good shot because of the long range capabilities that they had. Unfortunately, Gamer not able to come in here and do that thing with the Splatling. But it's going to be interesting. Saikai does not run a ton of long-range stuff. They can, but it's not really their MO in the same respect that it was for Kairos. So they got to figure out a way to shut down Kagu before he can get hot here. And we saw what he can do on this map as well. So I think that it's going to be an uphill battle here for Saikai. Let's see what they can do.
And just like you said, they are bringing in all the short-range weapons. Echo is going to have a fun time picking all of them off because, oh, did he just get a double shot with one? No way. He did not. I'm pretty sure we just saw Echo take out 2 members of Saikai with one shot.
Collateral is a thing in this game. That can happen. You don't see it very often, but I guess it did happen. Kagu's going to get taken down by Shaq, but that was a very quick start, the start that they were looking for. Although right now they've done a great job. Echo getting pushed all the way back there by Brandon with the bucket. Shaq going to come in here and try to paint things up. Going to do a little bit of zigging and zagging, moving around.
Ping-ponging.
Wow.
That was hilarious. Do that again.
Please, we call that Star Fox 64. Whenever 2 people are up there dogfighting there in the skies, but unfortunately 3 people down on the part of Saikai there. This has been all EXT early on here, and right now you already see Echo set up shop there. Spots went out to the left. Kagu's going to be coming back in now. Not the look that you want. If you're Saikai, find a way in here. Savage going to reposition to try to get some flank going here. Is going to get called out by the bucket. Run, reposition here, and gets the flank.
That was great.
Wow.
That was amazing. They still did not lose full control yet. They did lose a little bit, but not enough to get some bonus points. And right now in the 4v3 situation, looks like Echo was just trying to throw ink on his own turf just to try and get his specials up because, you know, once he has that ready, that suction bomb rush is ready to launch, and that's going to secure. Actually, no, they have the game right there. Immediately, a straight knockout over Saikai. Extermination coming in with that momentum that you were talking about from the bottom bracket, taking them into game 1 over Saikai in grand finals.
We talked about how important it is to get off to a fast start in that map, and one team definitely came in looking like they were ready and knew what to do there. A double shot by Echo, Kagu getting that early penetration, and that is exactly what happens if on that map, on that mode. Saikai, I know Saikai has a set here. They got a cushion. They got to get something figured out. They got to take something from this because now we're moving on to tower control. And anytime a Luna Blaster goes anywhere near a tower, things start to die. So they got to figure out some way to control Kagu in this situation. And I hope they can figure it out, man. I really do.
I just love that expression. Things start to die. But you know what? That is the most accurate statement. I can't deny that at all. Because again, when that tower control is going, especially on Mata Maria, if you aren't prepared, you're getting shut down completely. So, I mean, we're going to see them. And again, we have to see Saikai bring out something long range because Echo had way too much fun with them. He just saw them all as the personal playthings. He was the cat with a, well, I'm not going to say that, but he was a cat with a long reach, and he's just picking the automatic like, all right, you going down now, you're going down now, you're going down now. Like, especially with that little sound, that ding that happens, so satisfying.
It really is. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that if they don't find a way to get some pressure. We saw what Saikai was able to do so efficiently on the winner's side of bracket. They were able to put that pressure on, go in, be aggressive, and just kind of exert their will and pick their spots after that. Well, guess what? That's EXT's MO. They've been doing that since Splatoon 1. They were one of the most aggressive teams in Splatoon 1, well known for what they were able to do there. So I don't know, if you're Saikai, you got to take a minute and figure something out. Maybe bring in Brandon on that sloshing machine. Try to get just a little bit more range. Sloshing machine also never a bad pick on tower control. So
yeah, sloshing machine is a great weapon to take out somebody who's on their point. And seeing as how Echo is definitely such a great point guard for them, sloshing machine can throw them off. Or even like, yeah, sloshing machine has a lot more range and has that explosive hitbox towards it. So either that or a range blaster or, you know, a regular blaster. That could also be really good for them, but they definitely need a lot more range. Because if I were to say anything, that was the biggest downfall on Sturgeon Shipyard.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, I honestly, I'm not really sure what it is that Saikai needs to do in this situation. When you go down that, I mean, that usually just means that the game plan you had didn't work. And unfortunately, in a map like that, your game plan's not good. Things can get out of hand really quickly, but we do see the sloshing machine come out from both sides now. Echo opting to switch off of the sniper here, and why not? We've seen what Echo is capable of with that sloshing machine as well, but this is a lot of kill power coming out here from EXT. They got to be careful on Saikai.
I like how Shaq also swapped from the swapped to the Tinatech. Really, like not using the Tinatech, I should say. Just opting to go for the splashdown version. Almost getting caught by that autobomb. Gotta be careful of that. The autobomb has snatched a lot of quick KOs and people literally just sitting there like, what killed me? Oh, okay. Well, autobomb. There we go. It's so tiny, but it has a wide range. But right now, Extermination is starting to push it. Inkjet is flying high in the sky. Shaq is the only one who's there to put pressure on it. That bomb almost catching him, but he is prepared to catch him with the splashdown and starting to get KOs for his team. We have a full wipe of Team Extermination, and now this is the time for them to start getting some points. With 80 points in, if they can get 2 people on that tower, it is highly likely that they will be able to score this. And with the ink armor going out now, they'll definitely go to snatch it and take the lead and try to push it just a little bit further. Zig is opting to drop his suction bomb to make sure that nobody's making any unsuspecting plays. A great placement for that suction bomb on top of that pledge, and now we're just trying to hold it down. Now the second checkpoint, they are still pushing the Shaq, putting on pressure on the right side, getting forced off a little bit, and that sloshing machine doing their work, not allowing them to get to that sheet, and unfortunately they lose the tower, even though Shaq is right there to pick up that slack.
You're seeing this play around the tower right here, and you saw it earlier. Shaq, as we saw so often, and we've seen Saikai too, bend, not break. Shaq did a great job of being the last one there and shutting down Kagu when he was going for that aggression, and that's really what started this entire thing that is still not over yet. Don't let me speak too early. This push not yet done. Kagu going to barely be able to get the kill here.
That.
Kagu sneaking around, that's what we say about Kagu. 3 down, I think this is probably going to be the end of this, but 30, certainly a strong push on any map that involves 2 checkpoints, able to get through 2 of those. Gets a big kill on Brandon there. That was an amazing one. I don't know how he found that. And now Kagu going to go to the position that he was trying to go to early on in the game, where he can kind of just influence the way things are going. And got to be careful here. This will be enough, but wow.
It looks like he was
killed
in the
the
ball.
baller.
Exactly. That's supposed to give him like amazing defense. Instead, he got caught out. Chip showing his efficiency with that brush, and now he's opting to use his auto bombs to put pressure on his opponent. We'll see how he goes there. Inkjet is flying over on the right side, but the tower is not pushing at all. Now, I'm willing to bet that's the only thing he cares about, is whether or not that tower is moving. Because if it is, he will start sloshing at a moment's notice.
And unfortunately, Chip gonna go down there, though does get the trade out of it. You see Shaq there on the right side as well. As long as they've got somebody near that tower who's still alive, still just a little bit of presence as Shaq is gonna continue to run away with Banana facing a lost child here. But it's been a lot of back and forth, and I'm glad that you mentioned they're watching the tower. They are very much playing this objective right now and really trying not to do a whole lot else, because they know that if they overextend and get punished, they know what EXT is capable of and what happened to them last game. Unfortunately, 3 of them are going to go down. The aggression finally paying off. You see Kagu and Savage there on the left side. This could go from bad to worse quick. They're going to get through this checkpoint without too much resistance. The question will be, can they get it to 30?
I mean, this was the main point. I mean, unfortunately, they do lose the best spot for the Octopus to come through, and yes, they do get it past the 30. This actually might be a clean push. They unfortunately, Saikai are falling like flies against this. They are just getting knocked out. Another checkpoint pass in a single push. 4 seconds. The entire team is down. What am I witnessing? Someone bring me back to reality. I clearly ate the wrong pill. Someone help me.
I think what you're seeing right now is just what can happen if you're able to sneak in. One of the most, and it's not even Kagu there. You saw Echo and Savage. But what you're seeing there is the power of playing around the objective. Maybe they saw that Saikai was really focusing hard on that objective, and they realized if we just give the objective a little push, we might get him to come and focus on the objective, and then we can play around it, and we can get the kills that we need. I think that's what started the initial push, and then after that, I think a lot of it just came down to they were trickling in one by one, and they just got outslayed. Sometimes you have to win your 1v1s, and unfortunately for Saikai, I don't think they did.
Man, well, unfortunately, I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh, wait. I do have... Okay, so I'm being told that there was...
A DC?
A DC, yeah, a DC.
Yeah,
and
that's
they
what I was about to
stopped playing.
say. I think that we may have got so narrow-sighted on that we didn't notice the disconnect. And if that's the case, that is unfortunate. But happening that far into the match, that's in the rule book. It's we have to see. We have to see how this goes. If they will reset it or what. Do you know how this one will play out?
It's really going to depend. I'm not 100% sure when the DC connected. I know after a certain amount of points come through, you just kind of have to keep playing. So I think that this one might, I think this one might still go for EXT. But I think that what people are saying is that Saikai just stopped playing because they kind of knew the writing was on the wall. Again, not 100% sure.
I mean, yeah, you definitely don't want to be down a man versus a team like Extermination. And if that's the case, then that's unfortunate. But it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What are you going to do? Certainly between a rock and a hard place in that situation. But you have to like what you saw out of Saikai there at the start. You really do. They got that push there at the start. They were keeping up in terms of slaying. A much better game than we saw in Game 1. And I think if you're a fan of Saikai, or if you're on Saikai, you have to be happy with what you saw there before the DC.
Oh, yeah, they were looking really well. It's just that once they got the tower, it was just a strong push. And we just saw, I mean, you see what happens if you ever try to 3v4 Extermination. Like, you can say this if you're just down a man or whatever, but they knocked out checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint. So, I mean, I guess we're waiting on a ruling right now. But in the meantime, let's talk about a potential, well, what will be Game 3. And that will be, oh, you said it didn't count?
Oh, okay, so it did count. The game did count, which is kind of what we thought. So now we're going to move on to, was this the first place that I think this is the first map and mode that we commentated today, way back at the start of it. I mean, it's still true now.
I believe it was.
One way to go, and it's a hard way to go. And we're not going to see a lot of change, though we do see an H3 coming in now. That long-range nozzle nose, very interesting pick.
The nozzle nose of weapons I find very interesting. I have never been able to quite understand how it plays, and yet the people who do, they do work with it. It's kind of like what is it? I don't know how to say it. It's just like an assault rifle, you can say. Like you go in with like three quick shots, but if you get all three, it's a quick KO.
Yeah.
So it's a really strong and interesting weapon in my opinion. But it's not enough for them right now. Saikai does have control. 3-4, the Ink Armor is going. The Rainmaker is being pushed. The KOs are happening in their favor, and they are having no fear right now. That armor is giving them a lot of invincibility into their limited form. They are now at 71 seconds, going over the wall and just pushing a Kaigu is trying to actually force them all the way back. That was insane. That was insane. He pushed him back thanks to the ink. Thanks to the baller. And then from the launch of the Rainmaker, he ended up getting knocked down basically to the base of this stage.
He did, and okay, finally, I was about to say I can't really call it a defense until the Rainmaker is finally lost, but what a great job. Everything was up against him in that situation. You saw all those slays, but only to get it to 71 with all of that. That is absolutely not what you want for a winning push. Great job there, playing a little defense. We've been talking a lot about the offensive capabilities that Extermination has, shown that they can play defense too in a very timely baller, but now the onus is still on them. There's still a ton of pressure coming in. They are able to shut it down, and finally, with 3 down here, that is going to be the end of this push. Although Brandon is sneaky right now, sneaking around. They're going to opt to go around and try to get the kill, and is able to get it and is actually still alive, so never mind, the pressure is still on. This map is still yellow.
I still want to just give a quick shout out to the Splatoon 2 spectator mode. This is amazing. We get to see the names, the weapons they're using. Oh my Shaq! What kind of approach? I didn't know Inkies were bunnies. That was cute. But we have a full wipe on Saikai. We're going to see if they're trying to push or if they're trying to get coverage up. And it looks like they're choosing the latter option. Definitely is a good one because this whole thing was painted yellow.
Yeah, take a minute. Right now, Kagu going to get called out there by that point sensor that is coming from the H3. No, I'm just going to have to pull back just a little bit and let my teammates do the work, and that is exactly what Savage is trying to do here. Stuck in the worst possible spot to be up against a Tri-Slosher, and Brandon has really put the team on his back here. I know Shaq got the push, but Brandon has been the one getting the kills. Now gets taken out by the Rainmaker, and they got to be careful here. The map has changed back again, but it does look like they are going to be able to get the Rainmaker without losing too much in the process.
Yeah, but now Saikai, I mean, is actually in the turf. Extermination looking quite poised to just defend that Rainmaker. But the thing is, they can't just defend it. They have to push it. They have to let them know, like, hey, man, we are taking over. But this turf is quickly becoming yellow again. No quick splash. As I say that, Saikai loses their trash launcher, and Banana is putting pressure on it only to get sniped by the Tintin missiles, which is something we haven't seen much of in this set. But I'm assuming that's coming from the H3 nozzle nose.
Yes, that is definitely coming from the H3 nozzle nose. And again, Saikai showing, like, their premium is definitely playing the objective in these situations, trying to not let things get too far away from them. And it's worked so far, but they got to watch out. Echo's ink armor is gone, opting to go all the way up. If Echo doesn't get a kill here, this might be a missed opportunity.
He ran out of ink. He ran out of ink. He still got a KO. That was incredible. You can tell while you're holding this bucket, he's just holding it like.
They're going to get it, though. They're going to grab it again. I see now. Oh, no. It happened to them, too. What they did to Synergy just got done to them. Not getting it by a point, an immediate pickup and drop. Echo doing a great job trying to be the distraction in that situation, but 1 point short, and they have pushed it back out here. What a response by Saikai.
That is unfortunate. That was like shadows of that victory right there, saying, I have felt this victory of this pain for too long. Now it's your turn. Shouts to Kaseto Kaima. But that was an amazing play. 1 point. That has got to hurt. Literally, the timer is on each team's score right now. 43 and 42. This is Extermination's push. If they can take this, they are going up 3-0 over the winners bracket finalists. Saikai right now, and depending on if they're able to do it right now, they're down a man, and that Autobomb is doing pressure. Banana grabbing that, very risky, and end up getting KO'd by the Splat Bomb from Shaq. Or was it Splat Bomb? Actually, no, I don't think that was. It was he got killed by somebody, but regardless, they're going to do it. Savage is trying to push us forward for Extermination, but with 11 seconds, Inkjet has to be popped now. They literally put all the cards on the table if they want to do this. They have the Inkjet. This is all on them. There is somebody on the shell. I don't think he notices that. He can't do much with the Inkjet as well. Banana is holding on to that Rainmaker. Overtime is up there, and now if the nozzle nose turns to the left and snipes him, he would have had it, but instead Banana is the one that smacked the nozzle nose. We are up, Extermination is up 3-2 right now, and this one is actually to feel like they can start pushing. They're going to have to eventually, because if he goes back too far, that timer on that Rainmaker is going to start pushing. This is their final push.
Almost got it. Oh, they take him out. That's 3 down. He has to push now. He has to push now. That's a wipe. They can go. They can just
this
walk
way,
it.
This way. They're calling it. There it is. That's the first overtime victory for a team in this entire tournament. Extermination pushes Saikai back, takes it over 3-0. We are 1 game away from a bracket reset.
And a 4-0 at that is what it would be if they got it. What a great job. We thought that maybe they just took a little bit too long, but it looks like that was not the case. They were waiting. They knew what they were doing. We're up here commentating. They're out there playing and giving it to the winner's bracket side. So, hey, you guys know what's best, and they just did a great job there. You saw a full wipe there coming at the end. That is absolute masterful. And you saw at the middle of all that at the front, just in all the carnage, you saw Kagu. Maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe they were waiting for their ace to come back in here and clean things up. But in any case, a great comeback win, a very patient win as well. And now we're going to see Starfish main stage on Splat Zones. And this is another one of those maps where if you get boxed out early like in Shipyard, you can go 100-0 real quick. And if you're Saikai, you got to find everything you have to not lose this 4-0. Losing 4-0, so disheartening, and I'm not sure that, I don't know, man. They got to figure something out right now. They had everything going for them there, and they still managed to lose it at the very end, so you got to be careful, man. This momentum hasn't slowed at all.
Not at all. You were saying it at the very beginning. Saikai was sitting. I was thinking, like, they wouldn't actually be sitting, were they? They would actually be running some scrims, doing some 2v2s or whatever, just to see how it is, or maybe get somebody else to just do a 1v4 scenario so they could just practice some stuff. But no, they're looking a little messed up. But then again, I don't want to say that because on the last game on Monte Maria, Tower Control, they were looking strong, but it had that unfortunate disconnection, and that definitely cost them that game. So Extermination, is one game away. We might not even get to see Humpback Pump Track, Muscle Force Fitness, or Put Macro in this set. We might see it in the next one if we have a reset. But right now, it all comes down to whether we'll see a unprecedented reverse 4-0 from Saikai, or Extermination is going to take this sweep and pushes it into a set 2. I mean,
yeah, I'm real scared for Saikai right now. To be running into this very unfortunate DC, like you said, in Manta Maria, but unfortunately, I mean, that's just what it is. You got to deal with it. You got to move on. There's 7 games. They got to find a way to at least get one here, at least get something out of this set. And I think they're probably taking a little bit right now to figure out who they're going to substitute in. It looked like that H3 was giving him something there. It was able to work that range. We saw the 10 missile spin. Maybe they're thinking that that's what we need to do. Maybe not, but they're taking a little bit here to decide. We know EXD is going to be running with the same thing. They've won. Actually, let me look back here and see at this bracket. We know the losers run that they've made. I'm trying to see the last time they lost a game. So the last time that Extermination lost a game was actually against Takeover, which started this run. Then 2-0 over STDX, 2-0 over Extermination, or over Rising Moon, 2-0 over Ethereal, 2-0 over Synergy, 3-0 over Kairos, and they're 3-0 right now against Silver Sanction Saikai. So let's see, 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 is 10, plus another 2. They've won at minimum 15 consecutive games.
Without dropping a single one.
Without dropping a game.
So their momentum is literally super fresh, if you want to go by the Toon terms. But that is insane. They are sitting there with that 16-point poor score, and Saikai on the cusp of dropping down to A- rank. Was that mean to say? That was probably mean. I was making a joke, but I feel like after I said it, I feel a little bad. I'm sorry.
Swinging. We're swinging. We out here swinging.
Yeah, some of them were hit, some of them were missed, but regardless, right now Extermination is getting was aiming for that 4-0 hit, trying to put that on their resume over Silver Sanction Saikai here on Splat Zone's Starfish main stage. Now this one is going to be interesting because you don't really have the option of covering the zone from the air. You have that one point that you can have on your base in that little grate, but you can't recover ink easily. You don't have that much height you can really aim for. You have a little corner, and there's a lot of boxes on the Splat Zone here on Starfish main stage that can get in your way. So you're going to have to be very mobile. So I feel like weapons that can either cover up a lot of turf quickly, like the Splatter Shots, Splatter Shot Juniors, I should say, and the Splatter Shots, anything that can just cover a straight area is going to be really efficient here, because when you get that zone, you can start covering up the ink in your opponent's pit and really just start holding them back. That's the main ploy. You want to hold them back.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, holding something back, and depending on how this first, I guess you could say, engagement goes, that could either be, I mean, I don't know. I think that Extermination, with what Kagu's able to do here on this range, I think that holding them back is absolutely in favor of Extermination. Where I think Saikai can get something done is, I think that if they get in first, they have the aggression to push in and play that sort of aggressive defense. They haven't done it a lot because they've been focusing really heavily on different objectives here. We saw it in Manta, we saw it in Inkblot Rainmaker as well, and it served them pretty well here, but this is a big objective. So I'm looking for them to get just a little bit more aggressive. Sneak Chip in there, Sneak Shack in there, get something done in terms of that, get up on that raised level, and I think that they're willing to do it. I just don't know that they're going to have to play very well at the start, because I don't think that Extermination's going to give them any openings.
I got you. Well, we're going to have to wait for them. Saikai, I'm sure they're taking a lot of time trying to readjust their game plan. Although, maybe we won't hurry a little up. You get like a 3-minute downtime, but regardless, it's just, I don't know. If you are Saikai, what do you do?
I mean, if you're Saikai here, I think I think you go with one of two things. I think you either put everything you have into this match to try to get this win and stifle the momentum, or you just call this match a wash, start looking at the next set, and do what you can to plan for that one. Because in these situations, it's so difficult here. If you get a big win here, you can start up your own momentum here. If you go to the next set, maybe you can figure something out. Maybe you have something that you can look through, and maybe you can get kind of a jump start on what's going to be going on next set. but I don't think that you can kind of go halfway at this game. I think that you've got to. I feel like, here's why I say this. I feel like if they put their all into this game and lose, I feel like that would destroy their mentality, really, really hurt them, and any chances they have for righting the ship in set 2. But if you don't really put everything you have here and like kind of play this game with an eye to the second set, I think you can at least gain something from it. So I don't know. I think in terms of map especially, you've got to play the flank game. I mean, this is a map where you can do that and you can get around. The problem is Extermination is such a mobile team that that's not something that's going to be very easy to do, and the callouts are going to be difficult. So I don't know, man. They're going to have to show me. I'll phrase it like that.
Yeah, I agree. It's like... It really, I think at the end it just depends. I mean, everything has its situation in this game. How many times will Saikai be able to pull out those situations for themselves? That's the main question. But with the way Extermination is playing, with the long-range game they're playing, the in-your-face aggression from Kaigu, literally, they have an eye in the sky and a man that's willing to just shred anybody in his way with Kaigu and with Echo and Kaigu respectively. So it's going to be tough. There is no strong answer. Saikai is going to have to get this stuff together and really try. Maybe go into the bag of tricks. Everybody come out with E4Ks and get charged snipes all day or all day. So I don't know. Seriously, don't ever do an E4K team. It will. But at the same time, you could do an all aerospray team. I mean, honestly, for this mode, would that actually be the worst thing?
No,
you cover up turf quickly. You give yourself a lot of ink out there with going bombs.
I want to say no on paper, but at the same time, it's an aerospray. You can. It is buffed now. It is better than it used to be. I would say its kit is usable, but every time that you bring a shooter in that isn't the Tentatech or the NZAP, unfair or not, you have to justify why they're better than the Tentatech and the NZAP, and I'm just not sure I can make that argument for. I
can't argue that. It's just, I don't know. I'm thinking ideas. I am really just thinking ideas because you need to cover turf in a small area. You got to hold it down, but you also need your range. So It's like Saikai, they're short range specialists. And, it's gotten them here to this point, but now Extermination, they're showing why their name is what it is.
Yeah. Extermination indeed, and if they are able to get this win and move to 4-0, I'm saying if, because I don't know that it's going to happen. There's 3 letters that we have to throw around here, and if it happens, you'll get to learn those 3 letters, my friend, or maybe Chad will tell you before I can. But whenever there's a 4-0 in the first part of Grand Finals at a tournament like this, there are 3 letters referencing a certain tournament that always get brought up, and I'll say them if it happens, but I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
All right, well, I'll keep my eye on the chat regarding that. Still waiting on the technical difficulties to be solved by everybody. Oh, actually, it looks like, hey!
Ask and ye shall receive, my friend.
There we go. All right. So we have the Tentatech Splatter Shot coming out and the Sloshing Machine coming out from Saikai. But otherwise, we also have the HP nozzle nose. That's a pretty decent range. As a matter of fact, I think that their range is rather even. I think it's slightly in Saikai's favor thanks to the nozzle nose. Otherwise, okay, how the heck did they take control in 10 seconds?
Well, there was no other paint. You can take it pretty quick if nobody else is there. More importantly, though, they go up 3 people there at the start. This is exactly what Saikai was looking for here at the start. They spot one out there on that looks like the right side. And this is really good. Savage gonna have a hard time getting back in here, trying to build up some inkjet, but you just see yellow, waiting on Kagu. And no, is there a DC maybe?
There is a DC.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that it was early enough in the game that I think they do get the Don't quote me on this, we'll have to wait. But, wow, this is Splatoon gods just don't want us to finish this set. They're not done. They don't want it to end.
It's strange, it's unique. Look at Savage just running around. Go, Savage, go! Show off your ink resistance. No, you're not showing off your ink resistance. Ink resist harder. I think they all just DC. Either that or they kind of fell off. Oh, well. Ah, man, this is tense for all the wrong reasons. Splatoon guys, please.
Like I said, they just don't want it to end here. Someone needs to tell them that there's going to be another set of this if Extermination wins, so it's not done by any means. That must have been a really, really fast DC, because that was the end zap, and I saw the end zap be the first person to go down. I don't know if the end zap actually got taken out or if it was just an instant DC, but it was certainly within the first 30 seconds either way. So they do get their replay here, and they're going to get to go at it again. And the loadouts are going to have to stay the same unless there's a situation where the DC'd player cannot come back in which case, of course, another player may come in but does have to use the same weapon. Pretty common ruling here. So either way, hopefully we get back into this quick, because I want to see if we've got a second set or if Saikai is going to make the greatest comeback I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, they were looking stronger there in the very beginning, but that may have been contributed to the fact that Extermination is at with DC. But right now we are sitting here in this grand final set 3-0, and we're going to push forward and press on no matter what, until we get ourselves a definitive winner. We have the top 2 teams sitting right here, all itching for that gold. And I mean, silver's not bad. It's better than nothing. But yeah, I want to go.
I think everyone
I want to go.
Gold. Like I said, they don't play your national anthem if you get the silver.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I want to go. I'm gonna go quit and play Splatoon 2 right now.
Anyway. Hey, if you're watching right now and this is inspiring. You know how you get a gold? You turn your game on and you keep playing. And you start playing and yeah, again, using this little break here, I just want to throw again shout-outs to InkTV for putting this on. Shout-outs to Squidboards. Great resource no matter what your skill level is. Always more to learn there. Again, shout-outs to all the TOs here. Shout-outs to Black, the man behind the curtain. Always putting this on, running this stream for us. Shout-outs to all the teams. And shout-outs to my partner here on the mic, PK. I have had a heck of a time today, and commentating with you is a blast, my man.
Dude, same here with you. It has been such a good experience, making sure we have some great banter, which is just coming. Like, this is actually the first time you and I are commentating together, and yet it feels so natural. It is very rare to find that with people, so I appreciate you as my partner for this commentary for the tournament, and it's just, I'm happy. I cannot be mad about anything. Yo, give me more.
Well, like I said, dude, we got like 3 tournaments every week, and that's not an exaggeration. Tournaments all up and over, especially if you start dipping into tournaments that are in other countries as well. If you want to play, if you want to join tournaments, there are tournaments aplenty. Certainly not a lack of that. As we're waiting here for the next person to get in, we have confirmed that it will be a replay. That will not be a win for Saikai. The DC most certainly happened early enough. So now I think we're just waiting on that DC to get back into the action as we wait here on this 4th game and the first set of grand finals.
All right, wait for this page to go in. So if you guys haven't done so yet, might as well get up and stretch real quick. I know you guys may be couch potatoes. I know we've been sitting here casting for near 7 hours. Definitely not complaining though, or 6 hours, excuse me. Definitely not complaining, but it does the body good to get up and stretch a bit, you know? Make sure you get that blood flowing.
A little bit. What was it that Nintendo used to say there on the stuff for the Wii? Make sure you go outside, or make sure you take a break and go outside or something.
Oh yeah, every hour on the hour. Looks like you've been playing the game for a while. Why don't you take a break and go outside? No! I want to play video games. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Good guy Nintendo. Good guy Nintendo looking out for us. But unfortunately, they keep giving us games that I don't want to stop playing. So, I mean, is it really... Are they really good guys here?
Yeah, to be honest, they're trying to make everybody sedentary so they can take over the world. They know what they do. They know what they do.
That's a sinister accusation. But if they take... Wait, time out. If they take over the world, will the tick rate in Splatoon 2 improve? Because, like... well, no, if you're asking me to make that trade, I think I'd be hard-pressed to say no. Like...
Yo!
I mean... Can we get 60? Can we get 60 hertz?
You're putting up a good case for Nintendo to take over the world. That tick rate definitely does hurt. There are many times where I'm sitting there and I'm like, how did I get shot? Oh, okay, well there you go. That was a strong one. It's really weird that when I found that out that the tick rate is actually lower in the new. It's really strange that they did that. I wish they would improve that. But I'm assuming it's something to do with the console. Like, I think the console itself might not be able to handle it. It is what it is. The Switch is still a very powerful and very strong system. I freaking love it. Lots of great games coming out for it as well. But I'm glad to say that I have Splatoon 2 holding me down for a while.
Yeah. Splatoon 2, then going into Rabbids. If you haven't played it, Rabbids is sick. I know you've played it. But if our viewers haven't played it, Rabbids is super sick. I can't wait for Odyssey.
I actually haven't played it yet.
You haven't played it yet?
I am saving it for my playthrough. I have not touched it yet.
Well, all right. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna love it. And then,
I
of
heard
course,
a
Super
lot of good
Mario
things about
Odyssey coming out. Well, it's actually funny. So InkTV, when we were at E3, we got to see Rabbids and we got to try out the demo. And I think everyone's response, like, when we first got there, we were like, yeah, Rabbids is silly. And then we watched the press conference and we were like, that's all right. And we got to play it and we were like, all right, I'll buy it if you buy it.
I'll buy it if you buy it.
That was exactly what ended up happening there. So, yeah, try out Rabbids. Try out, you're going to love it. So I'm glad that you're doing a playthrough here. And I'm starting to run out of topics to talk about here. Can we just please have the game?
I mean, we're trying here. Hey.
Awesome.
Just getting everybody queued up.
up.
It's a lot of coordination you got to get between the 9 people who are watching. I'm sorry, the 4 people who are playing and the 8 people who are playing and then 1 person watching. You know what I'm trying to say. 9 people in the room. A lot of coordination. Got to make sure all the friend codes are connected and whatnot. But regardless, we're going to see what's happening. And what is it? Yeah, we're going to try and knock this out as soon as possible. Until then, let us know in the chat, guys, who you guys are rooting for, because I am keeping my eye on the chat. I love watching you guys and seeing your reactions. We're itching for the next game almost as you guys are as well. And if you guys could also share out the stream on Twitter, that would be appreciated. The goal is still trying to get to 1,000 solid 4-digit viewers right here in the stream. But you know what? I am not going to be mad. We have 600 powerful, dedicated viewers right now. Thank you all for coming through here. And again, make sure you guys follow InkTV Splat, because they have Splatoon tournaments coming for you guys almost every week. Here we go. Let's go. Roger back into it. Game 4. Saikai on the verge of defeat. Extermination on the brink of victory. I should have said the brink of defeat and the verge of victory. That would have been smarter. Anyway.
Oh no! Don't tell me that this just happened. Oh no!
No
We're
way.
gonna have to do something else again because Chip got stuck on the wrong team. The team people are mixed up here. We're gonna have to do. I don't believe this. Are you kidding me? Stop playing with my heart. Oh, you know, I can't be too mad about this. Black has been amazing all day, doing a hell of a job, and this is a thankless job, I would like to point out. So I can't get too mad here, but it just seems like everything is conspiring against us right now. I gotta go to work, man. I just want to finish this.
It's a lot of stress, man. It's a lot of stress. This is great. This is actually great. I love it. I am not mad. This is hilarious. I'm sorry, man. I know you gotta get to work. You gotta make that money.
Gotta do something
collusion.
here.
You know what this is?
The collusion. Oh yeah.
This is defection. They have defected from one team to another.
Oh my gosh. Maybe this is a statement. Maybe this is a statement about the way tournaments are run. I don't know. Don't, please, Bursty, don't paint it. Don't paint it. Okay. I was so worried that would actually explode and neutralize the zone, and that somehow it would get sent to the other way and we would have a penalty to work through. But luckily, bad has not gone to worse in that regard yet. So, all right. Take 3. Take 3 of Game 4 on Starfish Main Stage. Yo, if this is a quick knockdown, if this is a quick knockout, this is going to be the biggest buzzkill ever.
I mean, it'll start the next round, maybe. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But this, I am with you there. It is pretty funny that this is happening the way it is. Not mad about it. Just sometimes the circumstances can just be pretty funny. And that's where we're at. Hilarious circumstances.
Hilarious circumstances, and at some point you gotta laugh about it. That's all you can do. Gotta laugh about it.
I do want to appreciate, say thank you to everybody who is still sticking with us throughout all these technical difficulties, or should we say technical difficulties? But yeah, I do appreciate you guys sticking with us. It happens. You know, nobody wants this to happen, but sometimes technology just does not work in your favor. Unfortunately, technology is a fickle beast. It can be your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time.
Yep, that is absolutely the case, and we gotta be queuing up here soon. I know both of the teams, all hands on deck. Here we go. Take 3, mode, Splat Zones, Control the Zone, Silver Sanction Saikai, Extermination, Grand Finals.
Game 4.
We're Game 4, yeah. All the things that I can say that I've said already, and I will continue to say. Finally, we're getting in. Everyone on the same team. All 4 people here. Let's talk about the game itself.
Well, right now we do have Shaq going in, the first one to throw any turf on any ink on the zone, and immediately getting thrown up by bombs on the right side. But unfortunately for his team, was able to hold it down. But that is terrifying. Ink on Kagu. Yeah, I'm just gonna run to the other side. I do not blame him. Still, you can see his partner yelling out over there, let them know there's still somebody like over there. That's another thing we got to mention out that I don't think we talked about this entire tournament. Albeit while we only have 2 call-outs, ouch and this way. If your opponent of your teammates are saying that, listen to them. Ouch mostly means, hey, something is happening over here. This way most likely means, hey, I'm going to, what is it? Like, it's safe over here. Booyah means, hey, I got it over here. That's basically what those calls mean. So if you see your teammates using them for whatever reason, listen to them.
Absolutely, listen to them. And a great start here by Saikai, unfortunately going to start going the other way. 42 is a pretty good push, but I think they just kind of got forced out there. As we actually see Nils, formerly known as Shadow here. That's a player from EXT that hasn't been in here. It looks like switching that in response to the DC, and you see using the end zap as well. So, I mean, the game plan was very clear from then. Gonna get taken down here. Chip does have the Inkjet, is gonna use it. Probably gonna be able to take the zone here unless EXT finds a way to get some ink down on it. They've done enough to keep it even right now. Gonna have to jump back. But, no, they still don't have it. A lot of jockeying here for position, and
Chip was definitely in a position to get it. He just wasn't actually throwing his ink in the right spots. Unfortunately, trading with Echo for himself. But Saikai is able to still lock this down, put the penalty down onto Extermination. And now the Stingray is locked up from Brandon. So with the proper timing, they can't launch it and keep them at bay. And notice how he's actually horizontal to try to get the most straight shot toward all of them. Brandon's actually seeing them approach, actually not even opting to use that, but actually just go on with the Stingray. Now is launching the Stingray, but unfortunately missing his shots. Is not going to be able to get much out with the Stingray, but was able to see that somebody is approaching from the top and goes that way to put pressure on him, and the Ink Armor actually saves him.
Yeah, the Ink Armor saving, and that was actually really witty there by Brandon, knowing that you can still see people even if you don't directly have your Stingray out. So great job. Kagu going to go down in the middle. I don't think they have anyone else that can paint. This is finally going to be Saikai on the board here in Game 4. And you almost wonder if all of that time that was spent there didn't kind of take some of the wind out of Extermination's sails. They did not look like the same team that game.
No, that one, I mean, maybe it might have been that long wait time, maybe a tactical play. But regardless, Saikai looked a lot more together in that matchup. They took the match easily and quickly, took the zone easily and quickly, and basically held firm control, albeit besides that one drop, they had firm control of that entire match.
They did. They had plenty of control, and they played a very, very strong game, but they're going to have to be careful now. They got the win that they needed, and they got it in a very strong manner, so maybe they can start to mount something here, but they're going to have to get through probably the best overall map and mode combination if you happen to be a Luna player named Kagu, and that is Pump Back Pump Track.
Actually, yeah, you mentioned that, and they do have Kagu as well as Echo, who's been amazing with that charger in his entire tournament. We've been seeing him play. He got 16 KOs last time. He was on Surgeon Shipyard, not counting in this set. So we have these two going in, along with the rest of the team. The entirety of Extermination has actually been putting in a lot of work. So I would not be surprised to see Extermination walk away with this one, but at the same time, the pit and the area around the tower does favor the short-range playstyle of Saikai. So if they can zip in quickly and put pressure on Echo, who's most likely going to be the point guard, as well as not allow Kagu to do Kagu things, they could walk away and make this a 2-3 scenario.
Yeah, and I think if you get up to a 3-2 scenario, even if you don't get it to 3-3, I think you got what you needed out of this set, so it wouldn't be the most heartbreaking thing to lose it. So we'll see here what they're able to do here. We're going to see the same general comp, although we do have some, we do have a little bit of change with the nozzle nose, and we see a little bit of, well, no, that's the same general comp coming out from EXT.
We saw we do have Echo though rocking out. Excuse me. We do have Echo, however, rocking out with the Slaughter Machine. The last time we saw him swap to this one, he was just as devastating, if not more so, with the Slaughter Machine as he was with the original Charger. So he's gonna be opting to launch those auto bombs to put pressure on them. Use the Stingray, of course, to pressure the tower whenever it may be near them, especially with the Stingray 2.0, as Kagu was the first one to get some points on the tower for his team. The baller blowing up on the left side, and Kagu having no fear, although he definitely should have respected the splashdown from Shaq just a little bit more. And right now, Saikai is taking the lead and putting on pressure on Extermination's turf.
Yeah, you see Shaq this deep, and that is very dangerous if your name isn't Shaq. They're going to get a great chance here to put a ton of pressure. Shaq has to come back, unfortunately, because somebody was giving him trouble there on that side. What killed him? Kagu? Okay,
that was Kagu!
You know, it's Kagu. I'm not going to ask questions here. That was actually a really strong position there for Saikai. Very unfortunate that they lost it in the manner that they did. But you see Brandon up there at the top of your screen here doing battle with Savage, and I think this one might be a stalemate. No, Brandon actually gets the better of it. Shaq gonna have to walk off here, but he's gonna get a chance to reposition on the left side if he so chooses to continue to put pressure down, and might be able to get the kill on Kagu here. No, Kagu live!
Kagu definitely lived. He was evading all those shots, was not able to land the last one that he needed, and all you need is one good explosion. I'm sorry, two good explosions or one direct shot from a Lunar Blast to secure it. And Kagu playing his play well, and now it's helping his team push. It's a very small number, and they really need to get only 75. And looks like Echo is actually putting a lot of pressure, although he has to keep walking forward and evading all these auto bombs that are just around him. Every 2 turns, just the auto bomb and the Aqua Brush from Chip actually is the one who's going to be able to secure that, and also KO's Kagu. And he was
three people went down in about a 5-foot radius there. I'm not sure what got that big final kill on all of them. It wasn't all Chip, but still a great job there by Saikai, shutting down again what was a dangerous position for them. You saw that Kagu had kind of pushed up there, and now they're going to get the chance to give it back to him. Shaq here waiting and sharking, trying to play around this objective. Not going to be able to get a whole lot, but he's at least keeping a lot of yellow ink here to allow himself to reposition, and one is going to jump down. There you see the patience of Shaq finally paying off. A little bit of jukes there, gets the kill. But once again, the new and improved Stingray going to make things difficult. Going to get the lead, although the only one up is Kagu. So this is the best chance they've had all game. And
yeah,
Kagu
exactly.
goes down.
And they're so close right here to secure it. Honestly, well, unfortunate for Shaq, he can't seem to manage to get himself up there. Goes into the turf, gets the splash down on them. Right now, Saikai is pushing it, looking like they're going to take this to a 2-0. We have a full team wipe. They are sitting there on the tower. That countdown is going so quickly. And right now, Saikai is making sure that Extermination is not making sure, not getting this turf covered back right here, so they can put pressure on the tower. Only at 6, cannot get Shaq. Gets another KO. This man's a monster right now. Although it is 1v1, Shaq is living. Does not take out the last person, the 10 attack, and unfortunately the tower is getting out of the grass. He has to get away from that battle secure to get himself safe. And right now he's making sure the tower does not leave that area too much so that way they can't recover it.
Solid play there. You said it, Shaq. And that just goes to show you what control can do outside of the macro game, the micro game. You just have a little bit more mobility. You can recover your ink a little bit, or I'm sorry, your health a little bit faster in your own ink. So great patient play there by Shaq. A great splatter shot user if you want to watch and see a different style of play that isn't necessarily that hyper-aggressive. But we're going to see here, I don't think anyone's going to be there. And
splash
now,
down. Oh, he didn't do a victory splash down.
I didn't take the victory lap, but now suddenly 2-3. This is starting to... I mean, if you had me pick one game that I would sure Extermination would win based on map and mode, it would have been this one. But without them getting that win and a pretty dominating game, I would say, for Saikai in the grand scheme of things, suddenly this is starting to look a little bit dangerous if you're Extermination. Unfortunately, I will not be able to be here for the end of it. I've got to go, as you put it, make that money, got to go to work. But joining you now will be one of the best in the business. My partner in crime, Hitzel, going to be hopping in here, giving you folks the good word. Thank you again for having me here. As always, thank you to InkTV for giving me this opportunity. Thank you to PK Sparks for giving me a heck of a time. I had so much fun today, and I can't wait to be on my phone and check things at work. But again, thank you everyone who has watched here, stuck with us through all the technical difficulties. If you're in the Midwest, St. Louis's first lane will be coming up this Saturday. Should be a really, really fun time. But this has been 9 Whole Grains again here, signing out. But thank you again, and This has been a great set here. If Saikai wins this next one, I don't know what's going to happen. But I don't know. Any final words for me, PK? Any words of wisdom?
It's going to be a tough one for sure. But, man, I want to say thank you to you. You have made casting my first Splatoon 2 tournament one heck of an experience and definitely something I will treasure as a memory. So, dude, I look forward to casting with you again soon. Have a great day at work, and I'll make sure to put on the best show for you while you're watching this on your mobile device. Thank you, man.
Awesome job.
Yo, everyone give a shout out, a round of applause to Nine for commentating and definitely dealing with the technical difficulties we have right now.
Alrighty. Take
All right,
care,
bro. I'll see
everybody,
you next
and
time.
I hope this tournament ends as well as it has run so far.
All right, so moving on, we're going to be swapping commentators. Allow me to introduce my commentator partner for the rest of this event. Introducing Hitzel.
Hey, what's going on, PK? Nice to meet you.
How you doing, bro? Nice to meet you too. How you been
good,
thinking
man.
of this grand finals so far?
I've been thinking it's been pretty awesome. There's one detail about it that is a little bit bittersweet for me because I don't know if you remember, Nine was talking about there was a team that got to grand finals. They didn't lose a game in the entire tournament. And
Yes.
then in grand finals, they lost grand finals 4-0, and then they lost the bracket reset 4-0.
Oh.
I was on that team, so this grand finals is going better for both teams compared to that.
I'm sorry, man. That's something. That's a. You know what though? That's a memory. You can tell your kids that.
Oh, actually, it ended up being a good thing in the long run because it motivated our team to do a lot better than it was before. But
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, either way, we're hopping here in the grand finals. This is going to be really exciting. I like both these teams. I got buddies on both sides. This is going to be Rainmaker on Muscle Forge Fitness, a really frantic, fast-paced map. So here we go.
All right, so Rainmaker on this map. Actually, we didn't get to see this last time, and I love Rainmaker on this one because it can be a mad dash at one point because you have two areas that people can really play on, and depending on the players, you can have people who are being really disrespectful and just constantly staying in your enemy turf, or you have players who are going to just play this methodically and slowly take the approach. But it all depends on how it plays. And honestly, if I had to go, actually by team count, I can't even decide it. They're actually pretty even. Like the brush and the blaster, we have the nozzle nose and the Tech. We have the slosher machines on both ends. Like it's just gonna be about who can actually get the situation done best for them the most. I love that Killer Ball is resetting himself real quick. He says, no, I'm not gonna take that chance.
You know, speaking of that baller, I really want to see if that baller can be used to push up the right side of the map and potentially get a really cool Rainmaker push. That invincibility can do a lot to help the Rainmaker move up to the side. It doesn't look like that's going to happen yet, though. We're still in kind of a neutral situation. Rainmaker getting popped here in the middle of the map. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out. EXT, though, is having some members fall down. It's a 3v1 situation for Saikai.
It's all about how it is, but right now they do have, Saikai does have the Rainmaker, and they're making a push. I'm not even sure if they're going to the right side. Oh, this is one of those pushes. They took the lead, although it looked like Kaiju was the one who shut him down. But then immediately Echo or Brandon was the one who had the backup and took out Kaiju. And now, right now, Extermination does have the Rainmaker in their control, and this is how we're going to see this game go. We're going to see those pushes up into that area where suddenly it's going to get a little tight knit. Now, right now, it looks like they have one or two options. They could try to take the incline to the left side, or they could try to go to the right side, which is a lot more wide open and could actually work in their favor. But it's all about what's the opting. It looks like Savage is opting for that incline. You see him just dropping that Rainmaker to activate it, and is trying to make sure he can keep it clear over there so he can make that approach. But unfortunately, his team is not there enough to defeat him, and he's going far back enough that that retreat count is starting to go down. And immediately, you have Shaq right there, who shut him down with that splashdown.
Yeah, he was kind of wandering off a little bit too much by himself off to the left there, and the enemy team was able to kind of cut him off and stop that Rainmaker push. We got plenty of time, though, about 3 minutes left on the clock. Relatively low scoring game, both teams being around 50. We see Shaq kind of sharking over here to the side. Maybe he's going to try to jump over on this Rainmaker if they try to push it, pick it up at a bad time, but it seems like both teams are just kind of going to go into a neutral situation here. We have that baller, though, moving up, trying to get a kill on Nils. Really interesting, that baller, now that it has all these new buffs and new ability to kind of tank shots.
Yeah, no grab on the Rainmaker right there either, so unfortunately all that effort from the baller is going to go kind of wasted, although they are all sniping. The Inkjet and our very own, the one with spectating Bursty, is the one to land that, using that nozzle nose, not able to secure that KO, and Kaiju, once again, shutting down basically the entire team. They have the Rainmaker. They are making an amazing push right now. The last line of defense is there, but not enough to shut him down. He does catch him eventually, but not before. Extermination takes his 28-47 in their favor, and that Stingray, gotta love this meta now, because this Stingray is becoming an amazing tool.
Yeah, Stingray definitely reminiscent of the old Killer Whale, able to pop the Rainmaker and keep things going. Fortunately, though, for Saikai, they are able to pick up the Rainmaker and get out of there. Kagu's going to go down. Looks like all those players are going to be able to get the top Rainmaker kill right there. And it looks like Bursty might have that Baller soon, so hopefully we can see a Baller help push the Rainmaker up here to the right side of the map. That would be really awesome. But a lot of members of EXT are going to be able to hold off this push. Members of Saikai going down. Shaq barely getting out of there. The Rainmaker does get taken out. As a killer whale, as a Stingray does go off to try to do something about this, but I think it's a little bit too little too late as he eventually gets taken out and EXT is able to reset the Rainmaker off the map.
And Brandon, unfortunately, not realizing that the Rainmaker was under attack, he definitely could have threw his Stingray on that, but instead Extermination grabs it and immediately resets it. Now, while Saikai does have advantage on the stage, they still have to get to their base, so that wasn't a bad reset so long as Extermination doesn't allow them to push it like they're being allowed to do right now, but it's going away. Killer Ball going off a little early, not able to really push it, but they do get it to a 34-point range, and with the entirety of Saikai down, they can actually start running this Rainmaker without even having to reset it, and that's exactly the option they're going to take.
Yeah, exactly. Being able to keep your members alive and not have to suicide someone off the side of the map in order to get the Rainmaker out of there allows you for more map controls. We kind of see from EXT right now, a lot of their pain on the map. Rainmaker does get taken down though, and I think some members of EXT are kind of out of position. This Rainmaker being popped here in the center is being taken straight forward towards EXT's base, although EXT has had time to respawn and put some pressure back on Saikai, but this is Saikai's chance to come back. They need to get this Rainmaker up and over right now, maybe get that zip line their color, do something, but they're kind of just sitting in the middle of the map.
Bomb.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I
That
forgive
Stingray's
you.
not what they want.
No, and with only 2 seconds left, I don't even know if it's possible.
It all depends. I mean, it's in yellow. If they could have blew it up in that little quick second, they would have had a chance. Unfortunately, not going to work out for them. And Extermination, with the 4-2 victory, is going to push us into a reset. Congratulations to them. We have at least 4 more games locked and loaded, ready to go. Saikai was regrouping just a little bit, but fortunately, it looked like Rainmaker on Muscle Forge Fitness just seems to be their bread and butter. Even with all those splats on Saikai's favor, sometimes the amount of splats you get just will not be enough.
Yeah, you know what's kind of funny? Both of these teams are very aggressive, very fast-paced teams, right? And when you see them go through bracket, especially down, at the beginning of a tournament, they're just going to blast their teams, just getting into the enemy base, getting the enemy base. But as the tournament goes on, they start to get their kind of power match. You know what I'm saying? And when we get here in the grand finals, you got 2 of these hyper-aggressive teams that kind of actually have to slow down and respect each other. We get to kind of see how the gears turn, how they think a little bit, and the fact that we're going to get another entire best of 7 set to see how these guys play well is pretty exciting.
I can't help but think, like, would this tournament be the same if we didn't get that patch the other day?